Welcome back to Take 5, an inventory series where we squeeze all the healthcare supply chain news of the week into our ears, then push it out through our mouths so it can go into your ears. And that sounds like it ought to be weird and gross, but we try to make the process as painless as possible. I'm Alex Diamond, and I asked the healthcare leader I know the best, Carl Nattenstead, to speak today about communication itself from leadership, namely, what responsibilities do hospital leaders have to keep their communities informed during the coronavirus crisis?
Everybody wants to understand what is the status of beds, ICU capacity, ventilator capacity at their local facilities during a crisis. And this is a focus on healthcare institutions that I think most of them have never seen before in their lives. So there's never been more focus from the general community and the media on the status of how many patients are in the hospital than we have today. I think some of the best communication, the most valuable communications that I've seen about the pandemic have been ones that have come directly from leaders of healthcare institutions. And I think those things really help to reassure the public. And that's something that local healthcare leadership should focus on during these times. And that's not a normal activity for them. So it's something they need to kind of add to their daily routines and make the time to do it in an effective and meaningful way. The other interesting dynamic that's happening relative to communication is that more than ever before in the history of the healthcare industry, hospitals need to market to their local communities that they are open for business, that they are safe, and that they can perform elective surgeries and other types of medical services that perhaps patients were avoiding during the peak coronavirus caseloads. And one of the things that I've noticed both locally and nationally as I've been traveling is that many healthcare institutions are focusing their marketing efforts on what I would call COVID-safe environments and marketing that they are providing a safe environment for care. Baylor Scott & White here in Texas has done a great job kind of shifting their marketing message to one of safety and how traditional medical issues can be addressed during these critical times and can still be addressed safely. And I think all hospitals are going to need to do that. Otherwise, they're going to face uncertainty from their customer community about whether it's safe to go to the hospital. And then those customers will either go to other facilities that have marketed well or potentially not go at all. And then we see, those cases becoming more critical, possibly even causing people to have really bad outcomes. And so it's a requirement, I think, in today's world for healthcare leaders to market aggressively and communicate as aggressively as they can through PR channels that they're open for business, that they can provide safe environments for especially elective surgeries, which are really important to their financial well-being. As a leader of numerous startup businesses over the last 25 years, the one thing that I've learned, and I think that healthcare institutions can really take advantage of today, is that the media is interested in what's going on in the healthcare world today, and that's a time for healthcare leaders to take advantage of that free PR. And so you can spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort on marketing campaigns, billboards, signage, or a few key interviews with local media can easily be had today. I think any large newspaper organization in your community would be more than happy to interview the CEO of a hospital, and you can use that to communicate your message out to the market.
That's this week's 5 Minutes. Join us again next time as we discuss healthcare tech and how hospitals can implement pretty advanced solutions without breaking their employees' brains. Take 5 is a production of Z5 Inventory. To see all of our sources and resources for this episode and more, visit z5inventory.com. That's the letter Z, the number 5, and the word inventory.com.